All right, we are working on the candy sales graph and more page today. Make sure your name is at the top right now so that I don't have pages with no names on them after you do all that work and hand it in. You want your name on it. So we're going to look at a few of these ones together, but most of them you're going to do on your own. It says the organizers of a concession stand were thinking about making changes to the types of candy they sold. They made a bar graph to show the profits earned at the first 2 games of the season for each type of candy. Use the graph to answer the questions below. Show your work. Look at the information for bubblegum. What was the profit for bubblegum during game 1? So if I look at the graph, I see the lighter color gray is game 1, and here's bubblegum. I'm noticing that this is divided into fourths, and I know that $1 divided into fourths is 25 cents. So for each line, I can count 25. So I've got 1 and then 25, 50, 75. So $1.75. Now, is there really any work to show for that? No. So I'm not expecting any work on that one. You can do B then on your own because it's just the same thing except for game 2. And then C asks how much more profit was made on bubblegum during game 2 than game 1. You can do this one of 2 ways. You could take your answer for B and subtract A. Or if you can figure it out, you can also start at the game 1 line and then just count up from there. So you've got 25, 50, 75, $1, $1.25, $1.50, $1.75. So if you do it that way, you wouldn't have any work. But if you want to do the subtraction way, the work will show. Number 2 also, how much more profit was made on hard candy during game 2 than game 1? So again, you can figure them both out and subtract, or you can start at the top of game 1 and then add on and do 25, 50, 75, $1. 25, 50, 75, $2. 25, 50, 75, $3. $3 and 25, 50, 75. So $3.75. And again, 3 is about on sour strings, the same question. For how much greater was the profit from sales of all 3 candies during game 2 than game 1? So right here we have the profit from game 2, the difference for bubblegum. Here we have the difference for the profit on hard candy, and here we have the difference of the profit for sour strings. You will need to add those 3 numbers up in order to get your answer for number 4. Going on to the back, this is going back a little ways, but we can do it. I want you to notice and look for your tens in here. So 12 times 5 times 2, when it's multiplication, we can do them in any order. So I'm going to do 5 times 2 first and get 10. And then I have 12 times 10 is 120. Okay. Now 10 times 24 divided by 4, I'm going to do the division first. 24 divided by 4 is 6. So 10 times 6 is 60. 150 divided by 10 is 15, plus 5 times 5 is 25, so that equals 40. Okay, so don't get all freaked out just because you see multiplication and division and lots of numbers. Look for the numbers that make it easiest. And then also follow your parentheses like you have to do. Trina said $1.05 plus $2.25 equals $3.75 because $1.02 plus $2.25 equals $3.75. Do you agree with her statement? Explain. No, I do not, because it's 5 cents, not 50 cents. She's looking at the 5 in the wrong place. 7, I'm going to leave for you to do. Evaluate or solve the following. You're adding these. Make sure you stack them with the decimals on top of each other. Okay. And also make sure that you don't put a dollar sign. These are not dollars. Even though they have tenths and hundredths, they aren't dollars. 8 is a challenge. A box holds 54 or 540 balls. Each layer has 18 balls. How many layers does the box have? This is another one of those big division problems that we've worked on. I am going to leave this for you to show me how you would figure it out. If you really can't figure it out, leave it blank, but start maybe by thinking about 20 balls and see where you get, but then you have some left at the end. So there's a lot of different ways that you could think about it. You could also think about 18 and the ways that you could divide that up in order to help you figure that out. Again, though, if you can't figure it out, leave it blank and tell me I tried. I'd like to see a little bit of work here first before you say you can't figure it out. Don't just leave a question mark. Show me some work. Okay? Thank you for watching.